Finally, what's going on YouTube? It's Nenn and today I'm gonna share with you guys 15 types of push-ups. Okay, my favorite ones are also included. So I know it's been a while since I uploaded on YouTube because I was really busy. I've done some stuff. So I'm back. I'm resuming and relaunching my website and everything soon. So in this video, what I want to target on 15 different types of push-ups, which will allow you to target on your different types of your chest pecs, your upper, the lower, middle, even the outer part. And this will also allow you to target on your triceps and your other types of muscles. So make sure you warm up before you do this, and you can do them like 10 to 15 reps, or even to make it challenging, you can do for 3 sets, and the third set you can do it to failure. So this will actually allow you to suffer to grow. Okay, it's good to actually throw them in your, not daily routine I would say, but at least you can do them like 3 or 4 days in a week, and not in a row, but like one day you can do it and then the other day you can have a rest, and so on, you know. Because if you do them every day, you will feel your muscles will be burning, so you won't get that muscle intensity, right? The resistance. So again, as I said, 10 to 15 reps, 3 sets. So let's go. So the first one, actually we're doing the regular chest push-ups. The normal one, it's really simple. As you can see from here, just normal, just like that. Make sure your elbows are tucked in, your back straight.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous.
For this one, the spine should be straight. Your chest should be always open, so make sure you squeeze the chest all the way, so you know what you're doing, you know which muscle exactly is working. So the normal chest, the regular chest push-ups are just to target your the normal as a flat chest in general. Okay, so it's not like upper or lower, not in flat, just in general it's targeting your chest muscles. And then what we have, the second one, the second exercise, this is actually one of my favorite ones, targeting the middle pecs, the middle part of your chest. So it's diamond push-ups. It's actually close grip, so the more you close, the more you will put a target on your inner pecs. Okay, same spot again, back straight, and here we go. 12 to 15 reps. Even like 10, it's fine, 10 to 15.
Go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Let me bleed.
Following exercise, the third push-up variation is the elevated push-ups. So this will actually target your upper chest, upper pecs, and this is one of the most important ones because obviously if you skip the upper chest, your overall look, the overall shape of your chest is gonna just look bad, right? So it sucks. So this way you will just place your feet. You can actually find a bench or whatever you find, you know, at home. If you're like you have a chair or something, obviously you have, or like a sofa or a couch. You just place your feet on it, just like that. Close your feet together, and it's like a regular push-up standard, but it's obviously elevated. I don't know why I'm so hyped and intense for this, but let's start. Again, 10 to 15 reps. Let's go slowly.
As I bleed for you, cry for you. Let me bleed. Let me bleed. Let me.
There you have it. For the upper part, make sure you implement this and squeeze the chest. Alright, so the fourth one is the shoulder tap push-ups, which It will also put pressure on your shoulders because the name itself is shoulder taps. So it's basically like a normal push-ups. I would say this is a mix of explosion plus shoulder tap push-ups. So this is kind of advanced, but it's good to always try. Even if you do like 6 reps or 7 reps, it's still fine because you're trying. So the more you do, the more you try, in the end you will try, you're gonna do more, okay? So let me just demonstrate how the movement is implemented. So again, same thing, back straight, chest out, and we go.
All of the pain seems to follow, like a shadow dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh.
So I did actually a total of 12 reps. So if you divide them like 6-6 for each side, obviously you can do more. You can challenge yourself more. If you find this easy, you can still level it up. And always, the third set you can even keep it for failure. So I'm not doing it for like 3 sets now. I'm just demonstrating the movements, how it's done, and which muscle function are involved. Next, what we got here is the wide grip push-ups, the wide ones. Direction of your hands should be pointing the right one on the right side and the left to the left, and it shouldn't be forward. So in this way we are actually targeting more of our outer chest. So this one, when you go down, you have to keep your chest again wide open and go lower, just like that. And make sure you go down all the way, down, just like that.
Go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed.
So this is another alternative of doing, instead of doing like the flies, right? Because it's targeting your outer chest, a bit of to your inner one as well, but mostly this is going to target the outer chest because your hands are wide open and you're going lower all the way. You're going down and again putting a lot of pressure to your outer chest and squeezing all the way and then going back up. So again, keep that. 15 reps would be great. 3 sets. 31, make sure you do failure. And then the following one, we have the Spiderman Push Ups. Let me know down comments below who's a fan of Spiderman. I'm just interested to know. So let me just show you how it's done. As the name itself, it says Spiderman Push Up. So from here, feet together, and we're going side by side, the legs, while pushing your body down. So from here, we're going 1, 2, just like that.
As I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. Let me bleed.
So the way that you will do this exercise is the knees is actually going to reach your triceps while doing the push-ups, the spider push-ups. And this is really good, another alternative of mixing your leg muscles, because it's also moving your legs while doing the push-ups, right? So it's a bit of a mixture involving your legs with the push-up itself. So this is a bit of a cardiac way of push-up, I would say. It's this is a perfect way of doing a HIIT, high intensity level of exercise, because you're moving your legs with the movement of your arms, right? Your push-ups. So you can do like 12 total of reps, which will be obviously 6 by 6, or even you can do even more, like 20, and and so on. 20 for 10, 10 each side, and so on. And again, keep in mind 3 sets, and the third one you can do even failure without counting. Just go non-stop. Just keep pushing, and you'll have a good result. Seriously. The following one we have The Typewriter Push Up. This comes one of my favorite ones because in this exercise your body is shifting from side to side. So your body is the one who's making a big change in doing this exercise, and it's not only your shoulders are functioning well, but also your shoulders, your whole arms, and your obliques, because you have to make your core tight and intense while implementing this exercise. And one more thing, the arm, when you do the exercise here, so this arm, it should be 10 to 60 degrees and not 80 to 100. So what I mean by that, if you keep your shoulders in this way, if it comes to this side, obviously you're going to put more tension and pressure to your shoulders, and it's leaning forward. So you're going to have an impact, a bad impact, a negative one. So I highly recommend to keep your elbow part 10 to 60 degrees. So this part should come a bit to the back, just a bit. So from here, it should look like
we are dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dark.
So make sure you are breathing here, guys. I want to again emphasize doing this exercise. This type of push-up is really hard. It's challenging. It's advanced. But again, the more you do it and the more you do it properly, you're gonna feel yourself more confident and happy about it that you did something, you achieved something, right? There you have it. This is one of my favorite ones again. So make sure when you do it properly, 10 to 60, not leaning your shoulder forward, just a bit back. Number 8 we have, and the most common one, it's a combination of doing inchworm with the push-ups itself. Now how many of you are struggling or doing just a normal inchworm? That's kind of, I would say it looks easy, but it's not again. So this is the normal inchworm, basically like also touching your toe. But here we're actually mixing again the inchworm. Basically you're going down with your body, like crawling down until the level of doing a push-up, alright? And then you're going to do the push-up from there. And then you're going back again, all the way up, and that's counted as 1 rep. And we're doing that for 10 to 15 reps, for 3 sets. So let me show you again how it's done properly. So we're going down, crawling down, just like that. Do the push-up. That's one. That's one exactly.
Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard. And I wonder where you are, mysterious. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow. Mysterious. That's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious. Maybe you should take it slow.
Alright, this is actually another great cardio hit level of exercise, because you're involving your whole muscles, your cores, your obliques, and also while crawling, your shoulders, your legs, your hamstrings, your quads are working while doing the movement. So for this one, you don't have to do it fast, because it's not like explosion movement. It's just going normal, and while doing this, make sure you do the push-up right. Alright, so because that's the point. Otherwise, there's no point doing just the inchworm and doing push-up wrong. So make sure when you do it, you keep your spine again straight, and chest up for sure every time, and squeeze it. One more thing, do not do not ever, when you do the push-up, I always advise and say this to my clients, even online, some of my friends and like online clients who I have, just make sure when you do the push-up, the normal push-up as well, you just go lower, right? When you go down, don't go up all the way like that, because otherwise your shoulders are the one who's putting more pressure. So you go down and up until here. So make sure to keep your arms a little bit bendy, just a bit. So in that way, you put all the focus on your chest. That's something else you have to just keep in mind. Another tip. Then the following one, we have diamond to regular push-ups, and this is a great combo, a combination of doing the first and the second exercise together. And this is like there's a bit of an explosion because you are actually switching from diamond to normal flat push-ups or regular push-ups. You can count both doing them together as one, obviously. So when you do the normal one here, from the normal, the diamond push-up form to the regular push-up. So you're counting that as one rep.
We're dreaming in the dark. We are nothing more than dust. You search but you stay lost. We're reaching for the stars. We're making this too hard, and I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show. 'Cause you're too curious.
Whew. So this one is pretty hard, challenging a bit. This one is a bit advanced. So I highly recommend for those who find doing push-ups really easy, because in this way, if you do this, you might find a bit challenging and it's not easy. You might see the way that I'm doing is easy, but it's not, because you're actually obviously throwing a bit more energy, switching from the closed grip to the regular one. So this one is one of the best ones. Again, because there's also the third feature in it is the explosion, right? Because you're changing from in to out. This would be great if you challenge your friends on Instagram, and don't forget to mention tag me as well, Nenn. But as I said on my Instagram, it's good to challenge yourself first. Challenge yourself, and then try to challenge others, but in a good way. Number 10. So we have another challenging advanced push-up movement, push-up exercise. And this one is like a power push-up, and this is exactly the explosive push-ups that I was talking about. So this one is like just separate by itself. So we're doing it normal push-up, the standard one, but we're going just a bit of jump, just a bit, like a power-up. So we're going down and up. That's the explosion movement. Down, 2.
Maybe you should take it slow, mysterious. That's the part you always show. You're too curious.
Alright. Now I have to be honest with you guys with this one. This exercise is definitely one of the hardest one, because you are actually doing it by itself, and the more you put a bit of more power up to it, the more harder it will get. So that's the point of doing this exercise. It's not an easy one, but it's always good again to challenge, to do it again at home or anywhere else. Just again, no excuses, and make sure you do it the right way. Number 11, what we have here is the elevated Pike push-ups. Most of you guys don't know about this movement, because I'm sure first time you're hearing this, the Pike movement. And this is a great alternative of doing like a military press, because for this exercise, you're keeping your body, the upper and the legs all the way up, which I'm going to demonstrate to you guys right now. Just normal like elevated one, but a bit higher. So in this way, we're going like doing a bit of a halfway of handstanding. So this is a perfect way of targeting our shoulders muscles, and at the same time the chest and the upper one, the upper pecs, but mostly your shoulders. So what I mean, the way of the movement here is you're going down all the way and up, just like that.
Maybe you should take it slow.
Also, another typical exercise, it's always good to mention or include these types of exercises into your routine, because you develop and you put more pressure to your muscles. And the way you're doing it, it should be again proper, correct. So this exercise is again one of the hardest ones. That's why it's kind of in the end. It's advanced, it's no joke. And the way that you're doing it is like you are just diving, right? So imagine you're in the pool, just gonna dive. So this is a good way also to train while diving. Maybe I'm just kidding. But the form, it should be just like that, okay? I suggest, again, to do this exercise carefully. Otherwise, you might injure yourself or your shoulders, your elbow. And also, another thing I just want to mention here, the triceps also is working while doing this movement. So, while doing this, many things are working, especially your shoulders. Just like, imagine you're doing the military press, right? The military press, or like a dumbbells, shoulder press, but you're doing the opposite, the vice versa, placing your feet on the bench or like chair or whatever you have at home and doing it in the right way. So definitely give it a try. Again, this could be great if you do 8 to 12 reps, because again, it's not easy, but it's always good to try and do your best as always. The next one we have is, let me just think, what was it? Yeah, it's a clapping push-up. All right, so the name itself is doing just normal push-up, but again, there's a bit of explosion here. But in this time, you have to clap your hands together before you again press down. So in this way, and I know this exercise, again, it's another advanced, challenging exercise, push-up, because from here, again, you're going down all the way, down, and a clap, right? So we're going down. So, as you can see, this exercise is not easy again, and for each push-up exercise, there's a modified version, which is a bit easier to do, obviously, which you have to place your knees on the ground. So for that, you just need a mat or something, something soft, where you can just place your knees on the ground or on the mat, right? For example, let's say you want to do just normal push-ups. You place your knees on the ground, your hands front, just like that. You do a push-up, right? But if you do the clap, for example, this will actually allow you to do a couple of more reps for each set, because you're going lower. Easy, just like that. But again, back should be straight, and you can apply this for most of the exercises. Even if you do the elevated version, instead of putting your feet on the bench or on the chair or on the sofa, you can just place your knees on it and just try to do it. In the end, this is another great exercise or another version of push-up to just explore your whole chest, your arms, triceps, and so on. So make sure when you do this, again, you do it until failure, because this is another great way to stimulate and have the increased size of your muscles. But make sure when you do it, warm up well before you implement this exercise. The following one is the fingertip push-ups. That one, you're just gonna place your fingertips just like that. You're gonna place them here on the ground. Just again, normal push-up form, right position. And we're just doing it like normal push-ups, just like that. And the way that you're doing this exercise, it helps you to focus more on your chest, because whenever you elevate your hands just like that, or like even if you keep your hand closed, or even when you have a dumbbell, you place them, you will feel a bit more putting more pressure on your chest. And while doing so, your body is going lower, right? So the more it gets lower, like when you squeeze, the more you're gonna feel it. So that's a perfect way of doing another fingertip chest push-up exercise, just like that. And for this one, again, the whole chest is working. Number 14, the diver bomb push-up. This is actually, your body should be inverted V, and this is like a mix of doing just normal Pike push-ups plus like an inchworm, right? Let me just demonstrate the movement here, the inverted V. It should look just like that. and again the unlocked knees, and you're gonna dive while elbows should be straight. Just like that. And then move it back. Okay, that's one. That's two. And try to hold a bit of a few seconds while you're almost on the ground. So this one again, why I chose to put number 14, because it is another difficult movement. Not everyone can do this exercise, and you should actually try to first overcome the previous push-up exercises that I mentioned, which are again from beginning to advanced, and this is a bit of too advanced. So you just need to work on them on monthly, weekly basis, and then once you master them, you can easily remaster all the push-up level of exercises, right? And then we have actually the final one. The final and the best one is actually called one-arm push-up. We all love Bruce Lee, but it's not one arm with two fingers only. Just we're doing it here for one arm. It's normal one-arm push-ups. And while doing this one, obviously the one arm. So let's target here to do basically, like, again, if you're like trying this for the first time, I suggest you try first 2 reps slowly for each hand, for each side. So from here, you have to open your legs just like that. So in that way, there's a bit of gravity while you're doing the movement, right? And you can place your hand back and you go lower, just like that. You're using a bit of shoulder as well. Squeeze the chest all the way.
Search but you stay lost. We are reaching for.
Alright. So now I did 5. I will do another 5 on the right side. Now obviously the right should be much more easier if you are right-handed. So you place it down, the other hand up.
But we're making this too hard, and I wonder where you are. Mysterious, that's the part you always show, 'cause you're too curious.
And if you remember what I mentioned previously, like if you do this, the normal push-ups, you don't have to go up all the way, just like that. But whenever you do this exercise, because it's one arm, you can go up above just like that. It's fine. But make sure you warm up properly and you have actually a good knowledge how to do this again properly, because you might injure yourself pretty quickly, you know, so you have to always make sure you know what you're doing, okay? So again, this was the last one, the final version of my favorite push-up, of my top 15, and this isn't easy, especially the last one. There's also the normal one-arm clap push-ups. I didn't mention them, but I want to hopefully just put them soon. But because those types of exercises are like calisthenics. Calisthenics are like a street workout exercises, which is like bar brothers or like people who work out outside, which they're only focus on their body weight, right? There are no weights, just doing body weight. And push-ups, dips, and even doing abs, the crunches are body weight workout exercises. So there you have it, guys. You have the all 15, top 15 push-up exercises in different level of doing them. You don't have to necessarily include them in one day like routine, obviously, because it's a bit too much. So what you can do, you can just throw them like a bunch of 2 or 3 exercises while doing your abs at home or doing whatever else you're planning to exercise. So you can do them like 2 to 3 exercises, but not every day again, because again, keep in mind, if you do whatever muscle you want, if you put them focused like doing it every day, you're gonna burn the muscle, right? So what I recommend you to do, at least 1 day yes, 1 day no, like 3 days a week, it will be perfect. 2 to 3 exercises in a day. Keep in mind 3 sets, and each set you can do 10 to 15 reps, and the third one you can do failure. And this way muscle growth is guaranteed. And if you find this video helpful, make sure you just give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and if you want to see more videos, more content like this, just comment down below, tag your friends, and mention what type of exercise would you like me to post it next time. What type of other home workout exercises would you like to see? Yeah, there you have it, guys. Thanks again for watching. It's Nenn, and see you guys in the next video. Peace out.